What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Stev Plays Games YouTube video. And welcome back to episode 4 of the driver career mode here on F1 25 as we race to get a driver's championship. Right now we're with Haas, but there is no guarantee that I will be staying with Haas for the whole series. And there's no guarantee that Haas will be the team I get the career or the championship with. But before we get into the next race, I know I haven't really been looking at the R&D charts. I only have 542, so it's probably been okay that I haven't been looking at it too much. But I believe Behrman's working on the chassis right now. I'm going to go ahead. Can't work on anything for that, for the powertrain. I'm gonna see. Let's go with the ICE. Some durability doesn't hurt, I guess. And we're just gonna go ahead and hop right in to the race weekend here at Jeddah. All right, we're looking good. No rain for the weekend. We got some stuff completed. We'll take 5 cars out on track in the race. Open the DRS slot for more than 45 seconds during a race weekend. I mean, this is definitely the easier of the 2 goals. Finish in a better qualifying position than your teammate in qualifying includes sprint qualifying. Bro, that's easy. Let's give it a little bit of a challenge for that one. Complete 10 laps during a race weekend. Let's do that. Incur no more than 3 penalties. Complete 1 session without using rewind. Let's do that. Okay. I like that. I like that. There was something. What was I was gonna look at? It was this. Just to make sure we're still looking okay. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna go do a couple practice laps, but when I get back to you guys, I'll be in qualifying. So I will see you in quali. All right, everybody, welcome back into qualifying. We're here inside of Q1. The hope, the aim, the goal is to get out of Q1, especially with how I feel going around Jeddah. I like Jeddah. I should be going around here pretty decent, but we got some traffic in front of me. It messed me up a little bit, so we hit the rewind button real quick. But again, like I said, goal, trying to get out of Q1. Now, sadly, around this point, I think I started to realize my wheel is not feeling right. It's not feeling like it normally does. Like, for some of you who do have wheel and pedals and race with them and use them, I'm sure you understand. You get a feel to it. When it feels off, it feels off. And for whatever reason, it was feeling off. I did all of the things without leaving the game and having to restart completely to try and fix said issue, but nothing worked. So that's okay. We go into the weekend with a little bit of a mechanical issue, little gearbox failure, if you will. We're not going to DNF. We're just going to keep it moving, keep it pushing, do the best I can with the issue I have at hand, and then I'm gonna fix it before my next race. I'd started it. I didn't want to mess it up or go through the hassle of restarting or anything like that, and so I was like, it is what it is. I'm gonna do the best I can. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to do the best I can. And Hulkenberg, I honestly thought Hulkenberg was gonna get out of the way, but clearly he was on a flyer too, so he did not get out of the way. But we did the 1 lap. It wasn't the best. We're here in 13th. I definitely felt like if I don't go for a 2nd lap, I will drop. So we went for a 2nd lap. and it was a little pointless. It was a little pointless, to say the least. Without spoiling it completely. And that's not even the problem. That little, I went deep into turn 1, that's okay. It happens. We hit the rewind button. It happens. But I went for a second lap. It's going to prove not to be useful as I go and spin it right there as well. But as you can see, if you look bottom left as well, it's a clear track. There is literally nobody on the track, which is my favorite and preferred route and way to go about it. Just because I'm bad and traffic no good for me. But it was right here I'm really starting to feel the wheel kinda, I touched the barrier doing all this. I'm like, okay, what's going on here, fellas? What is going on? But again, we pushed through. I didn't want to restart or have to restart the whole situation. And since I'm recording, I just didn't know how that was going to go. So I just didn't want to, you know, sometimes there's been many qualifyings that I've been watching where something's going wrong with the wheel. Those boys can't fix it and go. They don't have the privilege of having editing, and so I have edited out plenty of mistakes. And so we're just gonna stick it. But here on the second lap,
and that's
we're down
P13.
3/10, almost 4/10, so not doing very hot. And honestly, I don't quite know why that is. You know, besides the mistakes that I've had. I mean, I've hit the rewind button. I don't know. I felt pretty good going around Jeddah. It's a good track. I like it. But I just did not have good qualifying session at all. And now, it could also be the fact that I was in the Haas as well. That could be a slight reason as well. But we crossed the line. Do not improve my time. I said, well then, I guess there's no point in going out for any more. So I stick it. It is what it is. See, this is me. I'm messing around with the with the wheel at that point. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But it was what it was. We finished qualifying. I finished 16th, which, funny enough, did not qualify higher than Ollie Bearman.
Welcome to one of the fastest races in the entire calendar. And while it's one of the newer races on the F1 World Tour, it's already staked its reputation as a fan favourite. It's Jeddah, and it's the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Piastri, Charles Leclerc, and Hamilton, Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, and Alex Albon, Doohan, Bearman, Nico Hülkenberg, and Stroll, Bortoletto, Sunshine, Carlos Sainz, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli. Lawson and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'll give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you know, you've got your pre-race
Yup. You saw that.
Okay, so we didn't have the
I
performance
said,
in qualifying this weekend, but
screw the rest of that
considering last race,
conversation.
we
As
might
you can
still be
see,
able to get a
going
points
to
finish.
my typical race strategy in the shorter races, the medium to soft. And as you can see, I'm also considering very, very heavily whether or not I wanted to do this or go into the box on the 7th lap or the 8th lap. And I'm fighting hard to decide whether or not I want what I want. And I am going to pick lap 7. I'm going to stick with it. It's going to be what it's going to be. And we're going to get into this. We're going to get into the formation lap. And we're going to get this race kicked off. Jeddah 2025. We're going to see what the Haas can do around here. I did a lot better, which I'm not going to show the whole thing, but I did a lot better making my tires not ice cold ice cubes by the time I got to the lineup, but which we take those, you know, small victories. So
Stable at the moment. No
slowly
rain
but surely
expected.
we're figuring out how to get heat into the tires. But as we come to lining up to the grid to get this race underway, I line up and I do a very, very bad job.
Okay,
Very,
that's
very,
not an
very
ideal
bad
placement
job.
in your grid slot. You're going to need a good
Oh
launch
my
and the race
goodness.
starts.
That was horrible. But we have the 5 red lights and we are underway as I am trying to race down into turn 1. Just keep the car on the track. Don't hit anybody. I'm committed though. I was committed. We're going 3 wide here into turn 1. Sainz, Bortoleto, or not Sainz and Bortoleto, Sainz and Antonelli going 3 wide with me as I have a little scare right there on Bortoleto because I was so worried about what was happening behind me. Hit the rewind button. We get back into it. This time, hoping not to hit Bortoleto. Was very, very skittish on the brakes right there. As you can see, now we are just trying to get tucked in. As you can see, the wheel not doing me any favors right here. And just trying to keep Antonelli behind me as best as I can. Coming into this turn, we do a good job keeping Antonelli behind. Now trying to chase down Bortoleto. I get a little dialed in to Bortoleto, so much so that I go deep. I come back and then I decide, you know what? I kind of dangerously came back onto the track, but actually, I didn't hit the rewind button. I thought I did, but that's okay. I didn't hit the rewind button. We continue going here on lap 1. Just doing as good a job as I could. Right there, didn't see Antonelli, was not paying attention. Felt bad. Decided, hey, I'm going to go ahead and hit the rewind. Even though that is kind of his fault because I am completely in front of him. I mean, I couldn't even see him. I'm so in front of him. But I digress. I rewound. We get dialed back in. We're in 16th. Not where I want to be at all. I definitely expected myself. I didn't care if I'm in a Haas, a Kick Sauber, a Williams, an actual boat, rollerblades. You put me on rollerblades, I would have expected to be on pole going around Jeddah just because I'm actually decent, even though the amount of rewinds you'll see might not say I'm decent, but I hadn't played for 12 days, so that might have affected, you know, what had happened, you know. But I have a little look up the inside of Bortoleto. He shuts the door on that. I don't have any wing damage, so I don't hit the rewind button. And we just get right tucked back in behind him. Just doing the best that I can to stay in front of Antonelli. And doing a good job at that. And here, we're jumping a lap and a half ahead here into lap 3. Again, doing the best I can, keeping Antonelli behind, but having a little look at Bortoleto, getting closer now. Just gaining as much time as I could on that last turn right there. Now, getting tucked right up behind Bortoleto, using as much overtake as I could, and very, very confident on the brakes. I was just giving Lance Stroll little love taps, okay? I know it looked like I was just giving him a little kiss, a little smooch, you know, a little smooch in the video game. No, I'm kidding. But coming up, got the move done on Gabby Bortoleto. Now trying to just continue getting that move done and stuck and not sucking, as you see. Gotta hit the rewind button once again, but these are learning moments. We are learning how to get moves done and then get dialed back into what's next. Okay, we got that done, now what's next? Okay, we're looking at something new now. You know what I mean? We got new information to take in. What does that look like? And slowly but surely, we're getting there. But now, chasing down Lance Stroll, just doing the best that I can, tuck up right behind him. Let's see what I can do. Let's bide my time. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Have trouble on that turn. Not this time though. Wait, maybe. Nope. Yep. Psych. I lied. But this time, we're going to hit that rewind button. We're going to go ahead, resume, and then we are going to get this turn done and not spin out this time. Little scared on the throttle there, but maybe because it's what happened last time, probably will we get stuck back in. And we just get dialed right back in to what we need to be doing. Just hunting down Lance Stroll. Can we get a move done anytime soon? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see as Bortoleto has a little look on the outside of me. I'm hugging that inside line as best I can. Doing the best I can to just hold Bortoleto off. Did a good job there. Used a little bit of overtake. We're running out of overtake. What will I do? We'll see. We will see. Also, I will say I've been recording a lot of these. As I have a little incident, we go ahead, we hit that rewind button, and we're gonna hit resume, get right back into it. But as I was saying, as I am recording, or rather, I have been recording quite a bit of these in rapid succession and doing a lot more than I thought I was going to do. I've really been enjoying recording these, and I'm just trying to latch onto that, not overthink about how bad I am at the game right now, or this, that, and the third, right? But because I'm starting to get more comfortable with it, I think in the next video, you're going to see a little bit of a different editing setup style, if you will. I'm going to try and do the theater mode replay, and I'm gonna see what I can do there, just so then for moments like this when I'm stuck behind Lance Stroll and really just fighting off Gabby, I can come back and I can give my moments of, you know, commentary, but to keep it engaging, to keep it interesting, I can go and look at what does the fight for the lead look like? You know, what does the fight for, you know, points look like, so on and so forth, and just get some more interesting looks going now that I'm getting more comfortable with the commentary and the editing and everything like that. Now, I am going to try first. I'm going to see what it's looking like. I'm going to go about it, but that is something that I'm going to try and do in the next episode, as Gabby Bortoleto has a little look on the outside of me into turn 1, but I am saying no way, Jose, get your ass back behind me. And I did, but I didn't. So I said, hey, let's redo that real quick. Hit the rewind button, resume. Also, question for the people watching this series. Now, I know I use the rewind button a lot. would we want to, could we want to, would it be interesting to put a rewind cap on each race weekend? So, I don't know, because I am not the best right now, let's say, you know, for the next race, it's, or when I start getting comments, and taking that feedback in for those races, it'll be like, I can only use 10 rewinds for that race weekend. And then I can only use those 10, and I gotta be sparing with it. And so that could be something that I do so that I'm not using rewinds all the time, because I do feel like I use them quite a bit, but also I don't want to DNF every single race weekend, so it's the give and take I have, I guess. As Ollie Antonelli, excuse me, is having a little look on the outside, but I'm now having a look on the inside of Gabby Bortoleto as I go ahead and get that move done and dusted. Can I get it settled? It looks like I do, but definitely let me know down in the comments if that would be something that you guys would be interested in. So for whatever race, it'd be like, okay, you can only hit the rewind button 5 times. And then after those 5 times, I just genuinely don't hit the rewind button. So whatever that looks like for me in that race is whatever that looks like. If I spin out, I spin out, and I have to go pick up the pieces of that. If I, you know, freaking hit the wall and screw up my front wing, then I hit the wall, I screw up my front wing, and now I gotta go hit the box if I've already used my 5 rewinds. You know, so that's something that I could do. I could initiate, I don't know what's the word, but get involved. I can get something like that as I go and have a little spin right there. But, you know, this would be, what, the 8th rewind, so it's like maybe I only have 2 more. And then use those 2 more. Can't hit the rewind button anymore. And I don't know, you just might see me using the rewind button differently if that were the case. So let me know if that's something that you're interested in, because definitely as I get better, like I've said, we'll up the difficulty, but then also as I get better, I just won't be hitting the rewind button like that as much. But I don't think that that's going to happen in this Formula 1 game, because I am so new. And so I just want to say that, just in case. But I'm coming in to the box. We're coming in to put the softs, and as you can see right here, that was very well executed, very well done from me. I didn't have to use the rewind. I also didn't get a speeding penalty. I also didn't come in and go absolutely 2 miles per hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was something I look to do more in the future, coming into the box, coming into the pit, whichever, what have you. But we put the soft tires on. As you can see in the left-hand corner, we got a lot of hard tire runners. So I'm going to see what I can do, even though I am down in 18th. But I know at least my teammate needs to pit, and so I'm sure there's going to be some other people hitting the pit lane. So I'm going to absolutely hustle and bustle back to that start-finish line, because I want to see who I can catch up in the pits. And so that is what we're going to do. I know the tires are a little cold. I know I haven't had a look at them, but I know they're going to be a little cold coming out of the pit lane. But we are just going to hunt down Liam Lawson, stay focused. I see him. I see that rear wing. So I'm just going to focus on that rear wing and the little hope that I have in seeing it, and just do the best that I can, even though my wheel is a little off-center. And that's what I mean when I say my wheel was a little messed up. Just a little off-center. When I would have the wheel going straight, it was not going straight. It was like going a little to the right. But we are fighting off Antonelli right here for 18th place. He did a fantastic switchback on me. All I can do is sit back and applaud and try and get the elbows out as best I can, but I say I'm going to be more confident in my brakes, and I do try and give them a little bit of room as the guys coming out of the pit are holding up the people in front of me, thankfully, a little bit. But I didn't let Antonelli pass me. I did just give that barrier a little kiss. So I did decide I'm gonna go ahead, hit the rewind button, as I have 4 laps remaining in this race. We are just going to get dialed and get in behind Liam Lawson here. I believe I can pass Liam. Something tells me I can pass Liam. So we're gonna see what I can do. And I left this in because right here I'm having a serious think to myself. I was really pissed off with my wheel, but 2, I was having a real long and hard think with myself, because look at what I did. I don't know if I replay it, but look at what I did. I go and I decide I'm gonna hit the brake for a second and turn the wheel, and it's just not good idea to do any of that. So then, as you can see, I was very, very skittish on the throttle going through that turn right there, because I had just completely embarrassed myself. And so as my engineer gives me the task of passing Liam Lawson before lap 12, I still think I can make that happen, even though I've been having lots of mistakes, but that's okay. We're just gonna put those to the back of the mind, because I can't do anything about it now, and we are going to stare down the barrel of Liam Lawson, and catch up to him and pass him. That's going to be the goal. That is going to be the goal. But here, just doing, listen, I'm here in 18th position. Once I get this move done, gaining a lot of time in that turn and corner right there, it looks like I'm gonna get this move done on Liam. But all I'm trying to do with this race is just damage control. Okay, I'm just trying to damage control, because I know I could do better if the wheel was calibrated correctly, if you will, but it's just not, and it's pissing me off, and it's messing up my lines. And so damage control, just do what I can, but show the other teams on the grid that, hey, even with some mechanical failure, even with some mechanical problems, we can still put in a good performance. We can still put in a good performance. There wasn't any other word that I could come up with, just good performance. Just that I can put in a good performance. And so, just trying to show the other teams, like, hey, yes, some problems may occur, but I got thick skin, and I will push past. And so, that's exactly what we're doing, as we're putting pressure on Ollie Bearman, seeing if I can give him a little scare himself. But yes, this first season is really just going to be upping my level as much as I can, upgrading the Haas as much as I can, and deciding whether or not I'm going to stay with Haas or move to a different team as I get the move done on Ollie into turn 1, on the straight into turn 1. But as I get that move done, have a little look. He's definitely behind me for now. But yes, the main goal right now is just show the other teams I'm a good driver. Show them, hey, you want me. But also show Haas, hey, you also want me. And see right there, the wheel not doing me any favors right there. But yes, just wanting to show Haas that I am worth keeping around, but wanting to show the other teams that I'm worth picking up. Because this Haas is undrivable at times, let me tell you. Let me tell you what. And I'm sorry, Gene, I don't mean to say that, but by golly, you know how us Americans are. We're pretentious. I need a better car if you need me to do anything. You know what I'm saying here, Gene? I need a better car. I understand Gunter's upsetedness now. But anyways, Ollie trying to get a move done on me. I'm telling him, no siree, I'm not going to let you do that. As I go and have a little spin, getting on the throttle a little too early there into that turn. But I go. But yes. Is keeping Ollie behind me as best I can. And again, we're trying to create the storylines, is really what I was trying to get to. Long-winded, but was interrupted by this battle between me and Ollie. But, you know, trying to get the storylines created as Ollie forces me to go deep. I said well, actually, I am going to rewind because I was about to hit the barrier. But trying to get the storylines created, going, worked, and see what happens. As Ollie absolutely gets the move done this time, I'm a lot more prone to not finding him right there because of what had happened, just transpired. As I go and try and have a move on Ollie myself, I see shutting that door, so I just said, alright Ollie, let's not put two cars into the barriers. You're gonna beat me this race, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And genuinely, I let Ollie ride off into the sunset. I tried to have a nibble at him a couple different times, but nothing was doing, and so I let him do his thing. And I say, Ollie, you can have this one, but I will definitely be back in Miami. I can tell you that much. But doing the best I can to slowly kind of create storylines through this driver world championship. I know it's not as much team talk and things like that because I'm not watching over the whole team or creating the whole team, but that's my speed right now. That is probably perfect for me because it is a lot to think about while I'm racing, how I'm gonna you're thinking about certain things, you know, while you're racing, since you're editing. But we have just seen on the top of your screen Lando Norris with 2 laps remaining. Well, about to be 1 lap, and probably 1 lap for him with how far ahead he was. Actually, no, it was about to be 1 lap for him. But Lando Norris is out of the session with 1 lap to go. That is insane. And in the future, working on, you will be able to see what happened. We will find out what happened in the future. Well, not from this race, but we'll know what's going on with these guys in the future when they have incidences and mares themselves. And so, yes. But myself, just trying to bring the car home on this race, doing the best that I can, coming around as I was feeling confident right there. I was feeling confident. I got on the throttle a little too early. I was telling myself right here, calm the frick down. I was embarrassed once again. And I think I was also grabbing a drink of water at this point too, because I was a little parched. But we're sat here having a talk to myself in the cockpit, telling myself, buddy, what are you doing? You literally have less than a lap left. Pull it together and finish the race. Pull it together. Finish the race. As we resume. And I think I was also telling myself, just let Ollie go. Like, just let it go. He's past you. He's done one over on you. You're having mechanical failures. You're doing the best you can. Just let it go. Just let it go. So that is what I've decided to do. I've decided to let it go. And that's what I'm doing. But yes, guys, as we're coming up to the final turns, final straight of Jeddah here in Saudi Arabia, it has been wonderful. It has been beautiful. This is me personally, my favorite track. I love it, which is why I'm really upset that I was having some mechanical issues, because I really wanted to put on a better show, put on a better performance. But I love it. Like, just the night race, the night,
race over.
all of the lights, just everything about it. I love it. I love Jeddah. I love Saudi Arabia. It has been a pleasure. And yes, 15th place, not at all what we want, but hopefully, showing the other teams what I can do.
Well, another
I'm gonna let this lad speak for a little second.
They're starting to believe in themselves more and more. You get to a stage, Crofty, where you become very hard to beat as a driver when you keep putting in performances like this one.
From lights out to the checkered flag,
Max Verstappen, well done.
Has this moment in the
Well
back of their
done,
mind. Now it's time
lad.
for their celebrations. Our podium, it awaits. And for those that have missed the Dutch,
I have not
anthem,
missed.
fear not.
Missed?
It's back again,
I have not
because
missed
Max Verstappen
the Dutch
is back
national
on the
anthem.
top step.
Let me tell you. Yeah, and I said skip it. Alright. But that has been Jeddah. Finished 15th. Not my best performance. Very sad and upset that it was only 15. But I did the best I could with what I had. And so with that, I just want to say I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Like I said, in the next race, I'm going to try and work on a little bit of a different editing style or just commentary, just way of going about it, way of recording, you know, so you're not just watching my cockpit view, but maybe we can get seeing some of the battles for first and some of the fights for first and some of the mid-table fights, and just not only my fights. But again, thank you very much for tuning in to today's video. Do not forget to leave a like, subscribe, and stick around for the journey. Leave a comment down below with any other videos that you would like to see in the future, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.